Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to Corporate Accounting class. Students, today we are going to solve one more problem on that is the valuation of shares. So here, this problem is based on two methods. So information is given and under two methods. One is net asset method or intrinsic value method. Then second one, under yield method, you are required to solve the problem. So problem, once again, I want to repeat, that is following particulars are related to X company limited. So first information is capital pertaining to preference share capital. 450, 6% preference shares of rupees 100 each fully paid and 4500 equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid. So this is the information pertaining to preference share capital and equity share capital. Second one is external liabilities, rupees 7,500. Next, reserves and surplus, rupees 3,500. Next, the average expected profit after taxation earned by the company is rupees 8,500. Next, normal profit earned on the market value of equity shares of the same type of company is 9%. Next, 10% of profit after tax each year is transferred to reserve. So calculate the first one, intrinsic value per equity share. Second one, value of equity share according to dividend yield basis. And one more information, assume that out of total assets worth rupees 350 are fictitious. Okay, so this is the information. Here, one thing here you have to remember here is that under the first method, that is the net asset method, okay, uh, to solve the problem. So here, the value of equity share is equal to, under the net asset method, that is net assets available to equity shareholders. So divided by number of equity shares. So this is the simple formula pertaining to value of equity share under net asset method. But if you observe here this problem, so pertaining to the asset is concerned, they are not given the information. So only liability information is given, liability side information is given. That means here, taking the information from the liability side, here you require to ascertain, that is the asset side information. Okay, because as the balance sheet total is seen, both the liability side total and asset side total, it matches. So first, by filling the information in the liability side, you require to ascertain the balancing figure in the asset side. So that will be the total assets, for which you require to prepare one small balance sheet. So which you are preparing, okay, for ascertaining the total assets. So now we'll see here, that is the preparation of the balance sheet. So here, the first information in the liability side, preference share capital. Preference share capital, it is 6%. So number of preference shares 450, and that is at rupees 100. So number of preference shares are 450 and each preference share carries 100 rupees. So 45,000. 45,000. Then next information is equity share capital. Equity share capital. So that is So number of equity shares 4,500 and each carries rupees 10. 45,000. 45,000. Next, reserves and surplus 3,500. 3,500. External liability. External liability 7,500. So total up liability side. So it becomes 1 lakh 1,000. 1 lakh 1,000. So obviously the balancing figure it becomes total assets. So that is 1 lakh 1,000. 1 lakh 1,000. So what information that is required for the calculation of value of equity share under say net asset method? So that one here we have derived. Second information, there is a second step. So this is the first step, preparation of balance sheet. Second one is say it is calculation of net assets available calculation of net assets available to equity shareholders. Particulars, then amount in rupees. Total assets. So total assets we have derived 1 lakh 1,000. 1 lakh 1,000 minus fictitious assets 350. 350. So if you deduct 1 lakh 650. 1 lakh 650 minus external liability 7,500. So 93,150. From this, if you deduct preference share capital, so 45,000, that is, so remaining asset is available to equity shareholders. So 48,150 is the net assets available to equity shareholders. Now, third one is value of equity share. Value of equity share is equal to. So here it is as per net asset method. Net assets available for equity shareholders. So divided by number of equity shares. So net assets available for equity shareholders rupees 48,150, and number of equity shares here is 4,500. So rupees 10.7 per share is the value of equity share, okay, as per net asset method. Okay, hope that students, you have understood with this problem. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can ask. And here today we have solved the problem only on the first method, that is the net asset method. Okay, because one more part is there. So calculation of value of equity share under yield method. Okay, so so that part we will see in the later on class. Okay, I hope definitely you will make the notes of this problem, and if you have any doubt, you just ask for the doubt. Thank you.